Hi friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like your video. Thank you all. The Fairfield Inn and Suites in Tehachapi, California, certainly doesn't measure up to any Ritz-Carlton property, but as we pulled up to the former in the 2023 Genesis G90, we already felt like we were enjoying the comforts of the latter. In the Genesis, it doesn't take much time to get comfortable, the doors close with the push of a button, there are full-body massaging seats, and the de rigueur scent diffuser only amplifies the spa-like sensations. The 2023 Genesis G90 takes aim at traditional luxury rivals such as the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the Audi A8, and the BMW 7 Series by nailing details that CEOs and other titans look for while being driven, such as a whisper-quiet cabin and magic carpet ride. But it doesn't just pamper backseat riders, drivers are catered to, too, with a punchy engine and a notably capable chassis. Add in state-of-the-segment technology, and the G90 is a true flagship sedan that will wow pretty much anyone, even if their budget just happens to be more Ritz than Fairfield. Genesis, a spin-off of Hyundai, has made big splashes across the automotive industry since being introduced as a standalone brand in 2015. The Korean automaker now has a full lineup that includes 3 sedans and 3 crossovers, and all electric and ICE powertrains are available. The second-generation G90 Flagship is its most recent vehicle, and it moves miles ahead of the previous version thanks to its bold styling, new engines, and a jaw-dropping cabin. As a flagship, the G90 must show what its brand is capable of, and that it does. A bold clamshell hood and crest grille flanked by the thin 2-line headlamps ensures the G90 stands out from nearly every angle. Whether you're about to get inside or you see one driving on the street, it's a striking car that's hard to look away from. And the strong impression doesn't fade when the sun goes down. At night, elongated taillights that run across the rear become a sensational signature piece. And yet inside the G90 is even better, specifically the back seat. A button on the door panel slides the front passenger's seat forward to make space for a footrest to use as you recline and relax. It doesn't recline to lay flat, unfortunately, and depending on your height your feet might touch the front seat, but it's the best seat in the house. When your driver asks you, "How are you today?" if you answer honestly, they can select from 4 mood curators dubbed Vitality, Delight, Care, and Comfort to address fatigue, a sour mood, and more. Each adjusts the seat position, massage, lighting, fragrance, and melody to suit an emotional goal, while the 12.3-inch infotainment screen displays appropriate and cool graphics. Lasting between 20 and 30 minutes, the mood curator works with 4 senses: touch, smell, sight, and hearing. And if your mood needs more curation, turn up the volume on a favorite song using the wonderful 23-speaker Bang & Olufsen audio system. Although massaging seats, various scents, and automatic doors are not unique among other flagship sedans, there's innovation in the G90's cabin. Our model was lined with forged carbon fiber trim with metal inlay, which looks and feels elegant and is different from anything we've seen in the industry. The materials, from the Napa leather seats to the microfiber suede headliner, are top-notch and every bit the equal of rivals, as are the craftsmanship and construction even in places you aren't necessarily touching. It's also the first luxury sedan to offer 2 scents in the cabin to choose from. The rear center console includes a screen to control some of the functions of the infotainment system, like changing a song or radio station, or turning up the volume. All of that is fine, but we do wish rear passengers had more access to other functions, like the mood curator, as it can only be activated through the main infotainment screen. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto should also be included, these only work with a wired connection. Up front, the cabin is centered around the driver and everything is within easy reach. The dual 12.3-inch displays, one for the infotainment system, the other for the digital instrument cluster, feature crisp, modern graphics and are easy to use. We'd previously complained about the 2 similar designs of the rotary shifter and infotainment controller and other Genesis vehicles, and we were heard. Designers made the shifter narrower and a bit taller and changed the knurling to be more distinctive. Finally, we appreciate the standalone climate and radio controls that provide quick and easy access to change temperature or stations without diving into frustrating submenus, and what's more luxurious than elegance? In our test car, the upgraded 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 equipped with an electric supercharger provided 409 horsepower and 405 pounds-to-foot of torque. It's quite the treat, with robust power delivery and no bad habits or noises. In fact, it's very well muffled from inside the cabin. The chassis serves up perfect 50-50 weight distribution for ideal balance, and the adaptive suspension delivers a calming ride quality that edges into the sublime, with the air springs sanding off nearly all the edges from even the worst bumps, ruts, or railroad crossings. The G90's 8-speed automatic transmission shuffles smoothly and nearly imperceptibly through gears. Toggle between comfort, chauffeur, and sport modes, and the ride will change based on the setting. This is a comfy car no matter the setting, but chauffeur prioritizes the rear occupant's comfort, while sport stiffens the suspension if you decide to carve a canyon for some reason. If you do so, know that the G90's body is nicely composed, with any motion swiftly and elegantly controlled. No matter where you're sitting, the cabin is so quiet you can hold conversations at a whisper. The sheer amount of sound insulation packed into this flagship sedan must be impressive. With the window up, hardly any noise whatsoever intrudes from the outside. But Genesis went even further, to keep the interior as serene as possible. Sounds from the parking sensors, blind spot monitors, and turn signals come only from a dedicated speaker in the driver's headrest. As in any flagship, the safety systems are impressive. With more than a dozen active safety technologies, the G90 can drive semi-autonomously on the highway and also change lanes automatically when it's safe to do so. You can keep your hands off the steering wheel for about 15 seconds before the car beeps at you while going straight. You need to keep your hands on the steering wheel for the car to change lanes on its own. The kind of luxury and serenity found in the 2023 Genesis G90 is rare, even in its segment. While the Mercedes-Benz S-Class has long been the benchmark among full-size luxury sedans, the G90 does essentially everything the S-Class does, for less money. Our G90 rang in at just over $101,000, while a similarly equipped S-Class costs about $40,000 more. Although the Mercedes has better fuel economy numbers, you give up basically nothing with the Genesis, and it certainly doesn't feel like $40,000 less car. Rather, it's so well executed, your bank account will simply be $40,000 heavier. The only thing this car is missing is a long-standing tradition. If Genesis keeps making them like this one, that will certainly come.